The sheer beautifulness of the lady called Eugenie is both magical and mystical. Her eyes remind me of cascading waterfalls. Her laughter is indeed a picturesque image of a mare and a foal grazing in the afternoon sun on freshly, juicy blades of grass. For this beauty, this exquisite loveliness of the aura of Eugenie is something to be fond of, search for, to go on a journey to captivate, to be enchanted with. For Eugenie is indeed something interesting, intriguing, hypnotic, for her eyes and her smile and her voice, all three are bewitching. But when I think of Eugenie, I think of red clover, a beautiful plant, a flower of exquisite delightfulness. For this flower is the scent of twin lovers walking hand in hand on a golden sandy beach far away in a dimension where the sunset is perpetually everlasting. It never dries up the soul, but refreshes the heart and the mind. For Eugenie is indeed a beauty to be captivated, written about, wrote about, sculptured about, painted, sketched and drawn. For she indeed, like many, such as the bird's foot, an elegant plant, a flower, a shrub, for many would perceive her softness, her joyfulness, to be indeed like robins and blackbirds and thrushes, all chirping in a chorus of mystical loveliness in an evening and awaiting the anticipation of the goddess of the sunset. For this, when this reddish sky appears, it's like a smile from a child who is full of euphoria and has a gaiety which flows like euphoria of euphoric joy. For Eugenie is indeed someone to be always admired. She has that ability to turn heads, cause people to think, and in many ways, her slender elegance is indeed hypnotic. Just like a forest of dreams, a forest of flowers, a scented dreams of euphoria. For when I think of Eugenie, I think of different flowers and different plants, just like the spurred laurel or sweet violet or common dog violet. You may consider this to be a strange comparison, an illustration, a picturesque picture to present, to offer, to give, to throw, or to chuck. But all these have unusual names, but beautiful scents, odours of mystical maidens playing within a river of refreshing dreams. Tranquility often intrigues me. For indeed, Eugenie is someone you can feel warm with, cuddly, kind, gentle, very coherent. She is very logical and extremely mature and educated. Many words I am here using to illustrate, to emphasize the beauty of Eugenie. Some of you may know her. Some of you have yet to encounter her. But Eugenie is like a cold glass of milk on a dry day. For as in the storms of winter time and December time and October through to November, January and February, the golden browns of the fallen leaves, the skies and the trees and the branches all around, we must but perceive this is indeed Eugenie. For these times are times of wrapped up clothing, arms folded nicely, tightly around the body. For these are cold times. Inspirational times, worth writing, worth going on the holidays and staying in a isolated, desolated, out of the way, hard to reach, long walk entailed to get to this cottage of dreams. For when you wake in the morning, the freshness, the crispness, snow everywhere, blanket the land. In the evening time, after you've had your meal, you relax in front of the small but refreshing warm oak fire as the coals burn nicely, which indeed the reddishness of this fire is indeed the smile of Eugenie. For it's indeed only Eugenie do I compare her to the exceptional Chloe Purslane. Chloe Purslane has a smile which is like a cloud, for within the cloud is a door. The door, of course, leads through the eyes of Chloe Purslane, which indeed are dreamtime sessions of deer and the foxes and the coyote and the wolf and the Sasquatch, the Bigfoot. All these are very spiritual creatures, animals many see but never really obtain, never really connect but wish to, desire to. For when you encounter Chloe Purslane, you realise she is beyond mere human concept. For looking at Chloe Purslane wearing lycra, wow. Smooth, delicate limbs within lycra, wow. But then Eugenie, when she dresses in lycra, wow, awesome. Swans in Christchurch along the water, along the river, or bob up and down, they paddle swiftly and slowly, softly, and surely to interact with the flowing, fast but sometimes slow, bubbling water. If it's a downpour the day before on that or in that morning, these swans are just like Eugenie and Chloe Purslane in lycra. For indeed the smoothness of these two beauties is to be enslaved. For when you hold energy in your hand and you perceive the twin, the delicate beauties in lycra, Chloe Purslane and Eugenie, from your memory, from your image you've stored concerning these two beauties, you mould from energy the perfect being, a god, a creator, a form of life, a designer of climates and animals, butterflies, the mist of individual smiles like Eugenie and Chloe Purslane, for the elegance of swifts and swallows, eagles and albatrosses, are all but joyous images. For no doubt as I go through my book of various plants and flowers and shrubs, as I turn the pages, and no doubt you can hear, I come across so many different things. Tubular water, drop wort, fool's parsley, pepper, saxifrage. Maybe I'm more than likely I incorrectly pronounce these names because they are involving my mind, just like when I think of Chloe Purslane or Eugenie. For they are both different, but wow, in lycra. As I go through the book from the beginning to the end, or I stop halfway through and I look at a variety of shrubs and plants and images. For this book is indeed a wondrous sight to perceive. I hold in my hand dreams like sands falling through my hands. For my eyes perceive joyous times. For this book is indeed something worth wandering through. For it talks about moths and birds and plants and shrubs. Like the Hebrew character, an individual, inspirational, as my body rocks with age and it creaks from side to side like a door hanging on its hinges. For I look at the brown line, bright eye, common wainscot, the shag, which is not indeed a hunter in the seas, but indeed is a moth. For as I walk through and wander through it, and my mind falls upon individual images, as you can hear, the pages of the book go from side to side endlessly. I look and I perceive something of interest that I feel can easily emphasize the joy and the loveliness of Eugenie and Chloe Presley in Lycra, such as chicory, goat's beard, smooth sour thistle, perennial sow thistle, all images used and created for many things. Wild gladiolus, lords and ladies, beach orchid, fly orchid, early purple orchid, green winged orchid. These are all words. They conjure up images and ideas, perceptions. I do hope you enjoyed this Chloe Presley in Lycra, in your orange top. Orange, similar to red, if you're colourblind, like a setting sunset. And Eugenie, captivating, enchanting, just like the rose and the orchid. I'm Mr. Dagan. We shall meet again. Hasta la vista. Eugenie Chloe.